Hey guys, Stephanie here. Please hit that like, subscribe, and share. Thank you, my new subscribers. All right, before I get into the stupidity that's going on, let me make this one point. All right, like on everywhere, there's always this conservative and liberal, and who's right and who's wrong. It's not necessarily who's right and who's wrong, it's just we have different values, different morals, different personal beliefs, and we're just different. Liberals, they like to marry the same sex. Conservatives, the women, we like men who like go hunting. And we know you're offended by that, but we're offended by things too. So you liberals don't like things that conservatives do. Conservatives don't like things that liberals do. So why don't we just agree to disagree and understand that it's not about being on the left or right now. It's about not letting these crazy people take over our country. That is the end goal. The end goal is not to let this madness continue. You know what I mean? It is insane. Greg Abbott, okay, I was in the car the other day with my daughter and I told her, how are they advertising for drinks to go? Like, you can't have an open container. Then bingo! Today on Google Feed, Greg Abbott passes a bill so you can have mixed drinks in your car. And I'm thinking, gee, what could possibly go wrong there? You have your essential workers who are probably stressed out, underpaid, leaving work. People are stressed. All you hear on the radio is all this, nonsense 24 hours a day. You can't escape it. It's on TV, it's on the radio, it's everywhere you go, on everything you see. The only way you don't escape it is if you don't go on social media, you don't watch TV, and you don't listen to the radio. That's the only way you can escape it. So imagine being in your car, and these are mixed drinks, mind you. The alcohol level in, whiskey and like tequila, that's a hell of a lot higher than it would be in one beer. So imagine getting off of work, somebody gets a cocktail, they're in their car, and they're not supposed to drink it, but say they're in the traffic and they're just like, sippy sip here. I mean, come on, think about it. If people are picking up cocktails to go, more than likely they're alcoholics or they really enjoy their alcohol. And if they're stuck in traffic or it's a long ride, they're not going to want that cold drink to go hot. You see what I'm saying? So you put someone stressed out behind the wheel. Think about road rage, DWIs. Oh my God, dude. It's like I want to study the people that come up with these ideas. And then I was thinking about, now, why the hell can't I take my kids on 4th of July to go float down the river, but you can drive with open containers now in Texas? Because they make a ton of money off of it through taxes. It's like, really? Really? I can't go float down the river because of the COVID, like in the fresh air. That I don't see how that is a problem, but it's okay now to have open containers, which like 90% of people are going to be drinking. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. You know what I mean? So in Minneapolis, okay, the 3 councilmen that are pushing the bill to defund the police are also paying like a couple $1,000s a day. All 3 of them have their own personal security detail. So basically, the philosophy is you people who pay for our security detail through your tax money, we tax you, and we're going to take the police from you. But in the meantime, we're going to have our own private security detail while you have none, and there's a chop chaz that pops up in your neighborhood. Where is the logic? Like, I want to study these people. It's like a new species of humans. Like, they are dumb as rocks, or they're very mentally ill, and Trump needs to open asylums and put them back in there. Just like in San Francisco, for COVID, they went on the streets and got all these homeless people, put them in Hilton hotels. They're spending $6,000 a month per person, and they're bringing them weed, alcohol, and cigarettes. Gavin Newsom said it was funded by private donations. Lo and behold, no, taxpayer money. That's criminal, dude. And I'm sorry, but there was 4 people who have OD'd in the Hilton because of the drugs and alcohol or whatever the fudge is the fuck. I mean, my God. There was one person that was running naked through the stupid, what was it? Through the hotel. And then it's like you see only Antifa going to Target. I'm thinking George Soros. Why would Hilton let the government put a bunch of homeless people in there and trash it and bring them drugs and alcohol? That's illegal. That's illegal and with taxpayer money. So they must be in bed with George Soros too. And all those little Antifa kids make me nuts. And they're mainly white and they're so young. It's like, people, you've got to start whooping your kids' butts again. You got to start being like hard on them, because these kids are so just mentally weak. They're mentally weak. They will not be able to do anything for themselves in life. They'll just constantly be stuck on victimhood and being infants. Just like the 3 councilwomen that want to pay over $63,000 in the past 3 weeks for their security. It's like, but they feel threatened. How do you think we feel? We feel threatened by you. We're looking at our government thinking, fuck, they want to vaccinate us. They want to contact trace us. They're watching our GPS on our phones. They're doing all this crap that's like so shady, all under the guise of they're protecting us from this virus that has a lower mortality rate than the freaking seasonal flu. So it's so deadly that you had to cause like 40% of America to lose everything they had. For what? Like, I don't think people realize the consequences that are going to come with this stuff. There's real life consequences. You know, I understand Democrats, they have to do whatever they have and hold on to it for power because they cannot let Trump win in 2020. But when you think about it, all these people dying in these riots, and I mean, like what Kumo did to those people at that nursing home, when you think about it, this is pretty sinister stuff, dude. And like, I can talk on this platform or whatever, like, I don't really care, because I mean, I'm not worried about, I don't have something to lose in a sense, job wise. I'm just a stay-at-home mom. But I'm watching this and I'm thinking, what is my kid's future going to be like? Because they're like me. Like, I've never babied them, and I give it to them straight. I don't sugarcoat it, because life is not easy. So they are very opinionated like me, and they see through this. So seeing this victimhood and, you know, the segregation and all of this stuff, and trying to take guns, and they're passing bills and laws without even us voting on it. You know, we should be able to vote on what they're doing. If they want to defund the police, we, the people, should be able to vote on whether we want them to or not. Why do people think that whatever Democrats say is, oh, that's the rule? No, it's not. Just because somebody says it and they want that doesn't mean that it's okay. There's laws, there's constitutional, and, you know, your Bill of Rights. But they didn't teach these younger kids this. So they're literally like in this Stockholm syndrome, because they've been told forever that they're just these infantiles. And now they're doing that to Black people. I'm telling you, BTE wants $14 trillion. So that's the cost for the Black vote for the election. Thank you for letting us know. I mean, come on. It's that obvious. You know, Democrats leaked a memo from 2015 saying that, you know, to beware of Black Lives Matter because they were radical. And then here they are catering to it just to win an election. But everything they're doing, meanwhile, under the table, and all these like things they're doing that are pretty much like crime, they're criminal. Karma is going to come back and get them. I guarantee it. Because I just don't think that the silent majority is going to put up with much more. Can you imagine, like, these people got to flee these cities because of their recklessness? It's like they got to one up each other on who's going to push it the furthest, you know? And it's like, wow, I could see like Minnesota with Ilhan Omar, watch some like Sharia law thing go on. They call it protection. Watch, it's going to turn into Sharia law in Minnesota. I guarantee it. That's their agenda, to make the United States an Islam republic. But I think they hate Christians. They weren't burning mosques. They were just burning churches. Why don't people get this? I don't know. I don't know. But I honestly think at this point, it would be best if we all just went colorblind and deaf. You know what I mean? Wouldn't it be easier that way? Then we wouldn't have any of these problems with feelings, because people are always in their feelings. They're taking things and, it's just disgusting. Anyways, thank you for watching. Have a good night. Bye.